No one could have predicted this. Christine Brown and David Woolley, the quintessential post-Cody couple, are now in the midst of a devastating divorce. What led to the demise of this fairy tale relationship? The shocking details will leave you speechless. Keep reading. This is the Sister Wives surprise you didn't expect. In a shocking turn of events that has left Sister Wives viewers stunned, Christine Brown and David Woolley have filed for divorce, only months after what appeared to be a utopian beginning to their life together. The pair who had charmed the internet with their whirlwind romance and happy wedding news now find themselves at the center of emotional drama. For those who had rooted for Christine following her brave exit from her plural marriage to Cody Brown, this new heartbreak comes even more painfully. Christine and David's love story was a beacon of hope, autonomy, and second chances. After years of emotional struggle in a spiritually polygamous marriage to Cody Brown, where she felt more like a basement wife and fought for priority, Christine finally decided to leave. Her path to emotional freedom and self-love inspired many viewers, particularly women who had been in controlling or emotionally exhausting relationships. When David Woolley came along, fans thought she had finally found her fairy tale. But now, that fairy tale appears to be broken. Christine first presented David Woolley to the world on social media in early 2023. She portrayed him as her soulmate, a man who made her laugh, supported her aspirations, and loved her for who she is. Pictures of the two laughing on road trips, hanging out with family, and building a life together gave fans a peek at what seemed to be a fairy tale romance. Both in interviews and on social media, Christine frequently complimented the way David was different from her ex-husband. "He listens. He really listens," she once said to fans on Instagram. David, in turn, appeared head over heels, frequently complimenting Christine's beauty and strength. Their engagement came quickly, with wedding plans full of promises of joy, family, and freedom. Their wedding, which took place in a lovely ceremony among loved ones, was everything fans had dreamed. Christine glowed in her white dress, while David stood at her side, brimming over with love. Their kids from prior relationships welcomed each other, building a family full of possibility and promise. So what happened? Sources around the couple started sensing subtle signs of trouble just a few months into the wedding. Though neither Christine nor David complained publicly, their frequent side-by-side social media postings slowed. The comments on one another's sites grew more lukewarm, leading fans to speculate that something could be wrong. Though few thought divorce was imminent, rumors quickly circulated about conflicts over parenting styles, business pursuits, and even the stress of public scrutiny. On Reddit support groups and fan sites, some claimed that Christine, always the free-spirited independent type, felt suffocated by David's demands, while others implicated David in resisting Christine's fame and the heavy public scrutiny it brings. The tide allegedly turned with a family trip, where a fiery argument erupted in public. According to a source, it was supposed to be a stress-free vacation, but instead, it was a breaking point. They saw they weren't on the same page when it came to big life goals. Christine and David subsequently issued a joint statement announcing their breakup. "With heavy hearts, we've decided to break up our marriage. We came into this relationship with love, hope, and the desire to build a life together. But after a lot of soul-searching and tough talks, we've reached the understanding that we're better apart. We continue to appreciate the love and support we've gained and respectfully request privacy during this transition." The notice was short, polite, and drama-free, but the fans were devastated. Christine's Instagram account became filled with words of support and condolence. One person posted, "You deserved your happy ending, Christine. I'm so sorry it ended like this." Another added, "We believed in your love story. Thanks for demonstrating strength through it all." Influence on the Brown family. The divorce news did not only surprise fans, but also sparked rumors regarding how Christine's family, particularly her children and ex-sister wives, reacted. Christine has remained particularly close with Janelle Brown, who has served as her emotional support ever since she left Cody. Janelle has been a shoulder on which Christine could lean throughout the breakup, keeping her spirits up. Cody Brown, on the other hand, has not publicly spoken out about the situation. although insiders say he's not shocked by the split, some even going so far as to say he feels vindicated. That said, Sister Wives fans have mostly shot down such claims, maintaining that Cody's own treatment of Christine makes him an unsatisfactory source of insight. Christine's children, particularly her daughter Truly, are reportedly processing the news with complicated feelings. David had started getting close to Christine's children, so the unexpected change is to be expected. Friends close to Christine report, however, that she is keeping her eye on keeping the household stable and offering emotional sustenance. Janelle Brown speaks out. While Sister Wives star Janelle Brown was able to get over after breaking up with Cody Brown, she has now spoken of how Robyn Brown's presence affected her to leave the family. During her about 30-year marriage with Cody, Janelle was the most practical and reliable of the three original wives. Although she was not someone who compared herself with Christine Brown or Mary Brown, Janelle's financial management skill for the family was considered invaluable at all times. When Robyn joined the family, Janelle saw the dynamics changing in a jiffy. Although previously, Janelle hadn't been truthful about Robyn's claimed extravagant spending. Now that she and Cody are divorced, she's no longer playing nice for nicety's sake. With Sister Wives Season 19 featuring a breaking point over the sale of Coyote Pass, with Janelle and Mary on one side and Cody and Robyn on the other, it's clear that Janelle and Mary have the better case on their side. While all the drama unfolds, Janelle is at last revealing her real feelings. As she gets more candid and to the point with her condemnation of Cody and Robyn, it's clear that Robyn's presence was a significant influence on Janelle's departure. Janelle has spoken out about the family issues, as Sister Wives continues to reveal Cody and Robyn's role in the Coyote Pass drama. The show appears to have them pegged as the bad guys, while Christine, Janelle, and Mary are cast as the bigger, more rational people. While that portrayal may be a little polished in terms of what the real facts were during their marriage, it really boils down to Cody being more in love with Robyn than with any of his first wives. For Janelle, that reality has been a significant factor in her decision to finally open up about the family's troubled past, particularly now that Cody himself isn't keeping quiet, as Cody has revealed more about how little he loved his first wives, comments she recently attempted to walk back. Janelle has become increasingly at ease being candid regarding what was really going on in the first few years since Robyn came into the family. Janelle reminded readers that Robyn did not need to experience the challenging periods when finances were strained and legal troubles loomed. Conversely, Janelle, Christine, and Mary were required to make exceptionally difficult choices regarding their lives and families. Robyn, on the other hand, stepped into an oil machine that ran well, with the benefit of all the hard work and sacrifices created by the first three wives. Janelle clashed with Mary and Christine, but never really with Robyn. Yet Robyn's experience was radically different from any of Cody's first three marriages. Instead of accepting that her position in life was simpler due to Janelle, Mary, and Christine's sacrifices along the way, Robyn instead attempted to insert herself at the family's center. Janelle's realization that Robyn never had to fight alongside them, which united the original wives, makes complete sense, especially considering the manner in which Robyn talks about her early days in the extended Brown family dynamic. It's become more and more apparent that Robyn played a significant role in Janelle's decision to leave Cody behind. Although the root of the problem was Cody's behavior in general, Robyn's control over the Brown family patriarch hasn't been good for any of his relationships, romantic or otherwise. Janelle revealing that tensions with Robyn had been bubbling under the surface for years on Sister Wives explained that Cody wasn't the sole reason her long marriage didn't work. There was a lot more to her decision to leave. Sister Wives Season 19 is becoming even more emotional, as the episodes now start to center on the tragic passing of Janelle Brown's son, Garrison. The series is particularly famous for usually being behind time relative to actual events, but most of the fans still look forward to the next episodes, as they explore further what the family did with the loss of their beloved member. Read on and discover how the next episodes will feature Garrison's death. Sister Wives. The tragic passing of Garrison Brown. Garrison was found dead at his residence in Flagstaff, Arizona, on March 5, 2024. The reports caused a storm on the web. One of the factors that led to his death, according to reports, was ethanol intoxication. Garrison's blood alcohol concentrations were said to be 0.307% and 0.370% according to his vitreous analysis. It's believed this was a key factor in his choosing to take lethal action. Garrison's death was officially determined as a suicide. Police found no evidence of foul play in the sister wives star's death. Janelle has since posted photos and videos from Garrison's funeral, looking visibly distraught during the service. Fans will shortly have to see more of those tear-jerking moments in future episodes of Season 19. Fans, prepare for emotional future episodes. Some Sister Wives fans online have been speculating about the emotional intensity of the next several Season 19 episodes. In the opinion of one poster, the next 2 episodes will focus predominantly on the family mourning the loss of Garrison Brown, to make them among the most emotional episodes so far. Considering the tender nature of the topic, the original poster asked fans and snarkers alike to treat the episodes with respect, asking everyone to refrain from cruel or critical remarks. The episodes are also set to address suicide issues, something many viewers can personally identify with, as Janelle and the rest of the family express their sorrow and heartbreak. The discussion thread became a forum for others to open up about their own experiences, with some sharing the loss of their own loved ones to suicide. Others reminisced about memories Garrison left behind. That boy with his cats in that comfy leather chair? Iconic, one fan remembered. Garrison was such a talented photographer, and I always loved the pictures he posted on Instagram. Another one posted, eyes are already welling up, to be honest. I watched the whole show during the mid-season break, and seeing him as a little guy tore me apart. A fan posted tearfully, rest in peace to the good-looking and smart young man many of us grew up watching. Thanks for reminding us to be considerate to others experiencing similar things. Most think the moderators of the forum will also promote respectfulness as these tearful outbursts are broadcast. Respectful and supportive, thank you for providing this platform where everyone can freely speak their truth while we all grieve the devastating loss of Garrison Brown. Though I have not lost an adult child, I've lost 2 babies during stillbirth, and the grief was too much to bear. I can only wonder how much worse it would be to lose a child whom you really got to know. To be honest, I'm not sure if I'll even be able to sit through these new episodes. Sister Wives, how Janelle Brown is coping with the loss. Janelle Brown has been openly revealing her healing process after the tragic loss of her son, Garrison. She is currently residing in North Carolina near her daughter Maddie. The Sister Wives star had previously celebrated the start of construction on her dream home, located near Maddie's land. Recently, Janelle has also been spending time with her friends, exhibiting signs of resilience and recovery. Moreover, she's been thriving with the pink drink company she sponsors, where she and Maddie are both high-level ambassadors. Sister Wives, Cody Brown's increasing controversies. Cody Brown has caused a decent amount of controversy over the years, including claims that he ignored many of his children, especially the older ones, after relocating the family to Flagstaff. His estrangement reportedly increased after Garrison's death. The current season also shows his increasing interest in a monogamous relationship with Robyn, while Christine refuses to allow her ex-husband off the hook so easily. Sister Wives, Janelle Brown makes shocking claims about Cody. Janelle Brown went live on social media recently and discussed how her father has overlooked his older children. She said that she dislikes it when Cody groups all of his kids together as one group, making nasty remarks about them and their mothers. Janelle thinks Cody thinks of it as a means of defense, but she wishes he could see them as individuals. Janelle also added that even though Cody is currently working harder to repair his relationships with his kids, things won't really get better until he completely owns up to his own mistakes and hurtful words. She also added that Cody's estrangement of his older kids only escalated after Garrison died. Christine, on the other hand, seems to be actually doing something to make Cody face up to what he did. Christine beats Cody in court. It is reported by blogger Without a Crystal Ball. Christine and Cody Brown recently clashed in court. Several days ago, Christine and Cody Brown attended court to hash out a disagreement over child support, specifically with regards to their daughter, Truly. The Sister Wives stars came to an agreement about financing their child's upkeep. Though few specifics have been released, sources indicated that Cody no longer disputes Christine's filing. Christine originally filed for parenting time, child custody, paternity, and child support back in September. Cody had counterfiled at the time, a step that left most fans confused, especially considering his tumultuous relationship with Truly. After their recent court appearance, Cody allegedly filled out both a child support worksheet and a statement of compliance, meaning he now plans to financially support his and Christine's youngest daughter. Christine will also be asked to do the same. In the meantime, insiders reveal that Truly will be presented with the option to choose where she'd like to reside, but many feel she'll have no hesitation opting to remain with her mother. Sister Wives. Cody Brown's complicated relationship with Truly. Sister Wives fans have long seen the tense and awkward relationship between Cody Brown and Truly. The two were never very close, and a number of scenes on the show feature them in awkward situations, with hugs and chats seeming forced. Truly often looked awkward around her biological father. Christine has publicly discussed Cody's absence in their daughter's life, dating back to when she was giving birth to Truly, an experience in which Christine's life was jeopardized, and Cody was surprisingly unhelpful. Many think that this is perhaps the culmination of their marriage's key turning point. The evolution of TLC's Sister Wives. TLC's Sister Wives is a unique reality show that premiered in 2010. It centers on the life of Cody Brown, a man with 4 wives. Not all of his marriages were legal. He was lawfully married to Mary, only to then divorce her so he could marry Robyn. In addition to Mary and Robyn, Cody was also spiritually married to Janelle and Christine. Together, they attempted to find their way through the complex reality of plural marriage, raising 18 children in 4 different homes. During its early days, the show offered a fascinating look at polygamy, emphasizing family values and cooperation as they overcame the adversities of life. But over time, the cracks in their otherwise picture-perfect existence started to appear. What initially presented itself as a sweet, we'll overcome any obstacle together tale, eventually disintegrated into an incessant game of blame, with much of the blame frequently falling squarely on Cody's shoulders. Cody Brown. From quirky patriarch to embattled reality, TV star Sister Wives viewers have seen Cody Brown's public image change in dramatic ways over the years. What began as a characterization of a quirky, unorthodox patriarch gradually disintegrated into a man that many now see as manipulative, controlling, and frequently extremely disrespectful. Although each family has its own issues, Cody's outright disregard for the emotions of his wives, and sometimes even his children, has made many of the viewers despise him strongly. In this article, we analyze 8 of the most shocking and memorable moments that really make you wonder how anybody managed to stay married to him for so long. Christine's heartbreaking confrontation. During the season 17 premiere. It's over. Christine Brown has a confrontation with Cody regarding the breakdown of their marriage. She shares how things had been slowly worsening. And rather than bringing comfort or understanding, Cody serves up a bludgeoning shock, admitting that he never was actually attracted to Christine even when they were first married back in 1994. This admission was cruel and unforgiven, particularly as they had shared more than 25 years together and brought up 6 children. The timing and brutal manner of Cody's words simply emphasized the increasing emotional chasm between the two and made very evident the extent of emotional abandonment Christine had suffered. This was a disturbing moment for audiences and presented them with an unedited glimpse of just how far apart their relationship had fallen. Cody's blatant favoritism of Robyn. Though it's normal for individuals to have subtle moments of favoritism, Cody took it to a whole new level in his multi-generational family. His favoritism of Robyn, his 4th wife, became absolute, particularly during the time of the COVID-19 pandemic. Though Cody enforced exceedingly draconian safety measures on his other wives, Mary, Janelle, and Christine, he spent most of his time at Robyn's house. Fanning the flames, Robyn's household even had a nanny, giving rise to serious questions as to whether their home was really living up to the same stringent rules he enforced on others. Cody's hypocrisy created serious tension in the family, as the rest of the wives and their kids were also supposed to isolate and follow strict restrictions, while he seemed to live more openly with Robyn. This blatant double standard intensified the family's resentment and outraged many viewers at his shameless disrespect, isolation, betrayal, and the deterioration of trust in the Brown family. Throughout the pandemic, Sister Wives viewers witnessed the Brown family break apart more dramatically than ever before. Even though Cody insisted that stringent COVID-19 measures were for safety, it became apparent that Robyn and her family were being given special treatment, while Mary, Janelle, and Christine were being kept on the sidelines. Mary, especially, felt extremely isolated, which prompted her to speak of feeling treated like an outsider. Most viewers attacked Cody for blaming the pandemic as an excuse for focusing only on Robyn, while ignoring his interactions with the rest of his wives and children. Cody's increasingly frustrated relationship with Janelle and Christine. By season 17, things came to a boiling point. Cody was getting more and more frustrated with Janelle and Christine, complaining they were disloyal simply because they defended each other. Their natural friendship, built from years of fighting and minimal assistance from Cody, was perceived by him as a threat. He even went as far as to say Christine's influence on Janelle was pathetic, saying that it undermined his control over the family. Janelle didn't sit still for these charges. She vocally condemned Cody's blatant favoritism of Robyn, citing the fact that he demanded the same amount of absolute loyalty from the other wives that he had from Robyn. Things came to a head when Cody blamed Janelle for choosing her children over him, particularly about the rigid pandemic procedures he insisted upon. Janelle stood up for herself fiercely, pointing out that she was safeguarding their children and accusing Cody of manipulative and gaslighting behavior. The tragic estranged break with Gabriel and Garrison Cody's relationship with his older kids, especially Gabriel and Garrison, started to deteriorate at this point. Cody delivered an ultimatum. If his children wished to have a relationship with him, they were required to eliminate all social activities altogether, such as work and friendships. When Gabriel and Garrison declined, Cody astonishingly proposed that Janelle throw them out of her house, a request she understandably denied. Amongst the saddest moments for viewers was when Cody called Gabriel on his 21st birthday. Instead of wishing him a happy birthday, Cody used the call to talk about COVID-19 issues, leaving Gabriel visibly hurt and highlighting just how self-absorbed Cody had become. Fans were disgusted, seeing this moment as a symbol of Cody's growing emotional detachment from his older children. Mary's catfishing scandal? Another blow to family unity. Back in 2015, Mary became emotionally involved in what she believed was an online relationship with a man named Sam Cooper. Unfortunately, the situation spiraled into a catfishing scandal, further damaging trust within the already fragile family dynamic, Mary's catfishing scandal, and how it affected the family. In 2015, Mary's emotional infidelity started when she got involved in an online romance with a person she thought was a man named Sam Cooper. But it turned out to be a woman named Jackie Overton, who had been pretending to be Sam and using flirtatious texts, voicemails, and even emotional statements to manipulate Mary. The catfish eventually leaked the correspondence online, humiliating Mary and the entire Brown family. After this emotional affair, Mary's relationship with Cody shifted dramatically. By season 14, episode 4, Lonely in Flagstaff, Cody openly admitted that he no longer had romantic feelings for Mary. He stated that he had emotionally checked out of their marriage, describing it as dead. Despite Mary's continued attempts to repair their relationship, Cody remained emotionally unavailable. While it's understandable that Mary's actions may have contributed to the breakdown of trust, many fans were deeply disturbed by Cody's unwillingness to engage or even have a meaningful conversation to resolve things, especially after everything Mary had sacrificed for the family. Cody's use of religion as a manipulative tool. One of the most disturbing things about Cody's behavior is how often he uses religion as a means of control, particularly in season 17. When Christine was leaving him, Cody told her that she was breaking her spiritual vows and would put her eternal soul at risk. Although his religious beliefs are likely very meaningful to him, his efforts to use them as a weapon in an emotionally manipulative manner upset many viewers. Rather than offering help, Cody employed religion as a means of guilt and manipulation of his wives to remain in an emotionally abusive and dysfunctional relationship. The tactic, instead of building love and empathy, only served to intensify the emotional abuse the fans saw on TV. Cody's constant criticism and dismissive behavior. As the series went on, the audience started observing the way Cody's demeanor under the camera grew more and more cringeworthy. He made it his practice to minimize his wives in one-on-one confessionals. Throughout seasons 16 to 17, Cody rolled his eyes frequently, sighed in annoyance, and ridiculed his wife's feelings and opinions regularly. He would frequently deny what he had said to their faces, avoid accountability, and shift blame. It became clear that he cared more about forcing his story than about accepting any responsibility for the brokenness in his household. This act left the audience feeling repulsed, as it portrayed Cody as a narcissistic and emotionally neglectful patriarch. Cody's self-victimization and leadership blame. During season 16, episode 6, Cody attempted to portray himself as the victim, stating that none of his wives were stepping forward to be the head wife. He stated, "I don't have a head wife," blaming his wives for the dysfunction of the family. This remark had come across as wholly insensitive and obtuse, particularly as Christine and Janelle were coping with children, jobs, and the frequently chaotic family dynamics. To criticize them for not being in charge of the family, when they were already shouldering so much, only served to make Cody come off as uncaring and oblivious to the nature of their lives. The manipulative nature of Cody's intimate demands. One of the most shocking instances in season 17 was when Cody informed Christine that he did not want to engage in a sexual relationship unless she demonstrated loyalty and fulfilled specific requirements first. To many fans, this incident was notable since it minimized their decades-long relationship to a mere business transaction. Rather than emotional intimacy and reconciliation of the relationship, Cody's demands ensured that Christine was reminded affection and intimacy must be worked for, which meant she seemed not to be a partner, but an individual who would have to complete requirements to obtain love. This behavior was considered extremely manipulative, with Cody attaching a price to simple affection, which made most fans feel that this was the last straw for Christine's choice to leave. Cody's favoritism towards Robyn and his disdain for the other wives. During his stay with Robyn, Cody's favoritism grew increasingly pronounced. He once called Robyn a diesel jeans model, something that probably created tension between him and his other wives, Janelle and Mary. Robyn's arrival in 2010 was at first like a new addition to the family, but as time passed, Cody became more and more infatuated with her, ignoring his other wives for her. He enjoyed Robyn's more subservient personality, which stood in contrast to the autonomy of Janelle, Christine, and Mary, ultimately presenting herself as a better ideal mate in Cody's eyes. As Cody became closer with Robyn, they moved further toward becoming a monogamous couple, stepping away from the dynamics of plural marriage. The fallout and monogamy considerations. By 2021, Christine had reached her limit with the disrespect and emotional unfulfillment and decided to leave Cody. Her exit was a wake-up call for Janelle and Mary to re-examine their relationships with him, and they too stepped away, leaving Cody in an exclusive relationship with Robyn. Cody and Robyn had debated the prospect of having another wife for many years, but started to consider embracing monogamy, particularly when the dynamics of the Brown family changed and broke down. Cody's diesel jeans model. Comments and the consequences. As Cody met Robyn for the first time in 2010, he was visibly impressed with her physical features and made a striking remark that has been a point of discussion ever since. Cody boldly called Robyn a diesel jeans model and asserted, "I thought I was a total success. I had a diesel jeans model coming into my family." This observation emphasized Cody's perception of Robyn as a grand prize, affirming his own standing and heightening his anticipation of her becoming part of the family. His words were not merely regarding Robyn's attractiveness, but appeared to be entangled in the manner in which her arrival in the family enhanced his ego. Cody also reported that Robyn had been asked to marry other men within their church, which appeared to make him feel bigger, but his remark did not go down well with the other wives. Janelle specifically criticized Cody for being so obsessed with Robyn's looks, teasing him by saying, "Well, all of a sudden I met Robyn, and she's this diesel jeans model, and she's everything I want." Janelle criticized the irony of how Cody was so hyped up about Robyn, considering how much trouble the family had gone through. She remembered the lean times when they were broke as broke, pointing out the struggles they shared together. To Janelle, Cody's fixation on Robyn's appearance was a slap in the face, as it meant that he was finally content with someone whom he considered a model, not appreciating the commitment and sacrifices of his other wives. Mary's take on Cody and Robyn's relationship. Mary, Cody's first wife, also expressed similar frustrations about being treated by Cody once he got married to Robyn. She had openly spoken of feeling so thoroughly mistreated once Cody appeared to prioritize Robyn even more than him. The diesel jeans model remark struck a chord as part of the pattern of neglect Mary and the others endured, and she was hurt to the core by the implication that Robyn was a sort of ideal woman who dignified Cody's status, particularly when his other wives were in the background. Was Robyn really a model? Cody's repeated use of the term to describe Robyn as a diesel jeans model has brought into question whether Robyn actually had a modeling career, or if it was Cody's own assumption based on the fact that she appeared to be tall and thin. Some have even theorized that Cody may have overstated her modeling history or called her that because he is so smitten with her youth and good looks. Nevertheless, no concrete evidence indicates that Robyn did indeed have a career as a professional model. No evidence in the form of photographs or otherwise credible data has emerged to prove that she ever modeled for Diesel Jeans or any other company. It is possible that Cody's reference to calling Robyn a Diesel Jeans model was more of a personal opinion regarding Robyn being a very attractive woman, and less of a specific comment regarding her profession.